With guaranteed adept weapons, exclusive emblems, raid exotics, and more, the new Pantheon Raid Boss Gauntlet has a lot of reasons to partake in it. And with this guide, you'll be in and out quick and easy, even if you are an inexperienced raider that typically plays solo. For each boss, I'll first tell you the weapons and builds you should use for the highest chances of success, followed by a breakdown of the mechanics and best strategies, and wrapping up with an example of an ideal phase. Use the chapters in the video playbar to skip around to whatever section is relevant to you. But remember that throughout this entire activity, you have Void and Strand Surge modifiers, along with a new Class Warfare modifier that boosts nearby ally DPS by approximately 10% on class ability activation, stackable up to 3 times, and stackable with other DPS buffs like Radiant and Weapon Surges. Unsure at this time if these modifiers are permanent to this branch of Pantheon or change weekly, so just keep an eye on them before launching and adjust accordingly if necessary. Now, since this is an activity that does require 6 total players, if you are lacking allies to hop in with, you need look no further than the LFG channel in my Discord server linked in the description below, which is full of tons of other kind, patient, and helpful players that have probably also seen this exact same guide as well. With all of that in mind, let's begin with the first boss, Golgoroth. For Golgoroth, you'll have 4 players focused exclusively on DPS, with the other 2 focused on swapping the gaze. For the DPS players, Whisper of the Worm packs a punch to make for an easy one phase, with Izanagi's Burden and Void Legendary Linear Fusion rifles, like the Doomed Practitioner from Season of the Wish, being solid alternatives. For the 2 gaze players, I loved rolling with Tractor Cannon to debuff the boss on my way back and forth between DPS puddles and the bridge, along with a Legendary Sniper to take the gaze in one shot. As far as classes go, all hunters should roll with Celestial Nighthawk Golden Gun, all warlocks on Well of Radiance, and all titans on Thunder Crash with Curious of the Falling Star. As far as strategy goes, each phase will begin with a simple dispatching of all spawned enemies. Nothing fancy there. Once all enemies are killed, the first DPS bubble will spawn at the entrance of the arena, where all 5 allies should sit behind as they begin shooting it to drop it to the floor and to draw Golgoroth's attention so that the left gaze player can get an easy shot on his back. As the puddle drops to the floor, the left gaze player will snipe Golgoroth's back, taking the gaze as the other 5 players hop into the puddle to receive the DPS buff to be able to DPS Golgoroth. Immediately after taking the gaze player should rotate around the arena, optionally hitting Golgoroth with Tractor Cannon on the way to hang out on the balcony behind the players inside the DPS puddle, thus turning Golgoroth to face their direction and giving them an easy shot at his chest. As the left gaze player counts down their timer on their gaze debuff, the right gaze player will listen and leave the rest of the team at around 8 to 10 seconds remaining, moving up to the bridge, optionally Tractor Cannoning Golgoroth on the way, while getting in position to snipe his back and take the gaze once the left gaze player counts down to 1 or 2 seconds. As the countdown timer gets low, this should also signal to the DPS players that their DPS puddle is almost gone and it is time to start breaking the next one to create a new DPS puddle. Furthermore, it is at this time that multiple players will become inflicted with the Unstable Light debuff, which will also create a very noticeable green particle effect on the border of their screen. Once this debuff timer hits 0, that player will explode, killing any nearby allies, but also dealing massive damage to Golgoroth. It is for this reason that anyone with this debuff at any time will want to move away from the rest of the team and sit next to Golgoroth, ensuring that they will not kill any allies and instead putting the damage onto the boss. Since multiple players receive this debuff, however, it is important to communicate where you will be standing next to Golgoroth so that the Unstable Light debuffed players don't end up blowing each other up. Our team found it easiest to simply call dibs on standing to the left or right of Golgoroth and having the other player take whatever is left over, with a potential third Unstable Light player simply running away from all of the action entirely to ensure no deaths. The entire DPS phase is simply a rinse and repeat of all of those mechanics for 6 total DPS puddles, at which point the phase will end and you can rinse and repeat until he's dead.
Okay.
I mean, this part is literally just ad clear. There's no
Guys, I'm killing ads. I'm killing ads. I'm shooting this acolyte. Got him.
There's no mechanical element to this at all.
There's an ogre in the middle of the room.
They're right there.
Actually though, so like so there's like knights and ogres that spawn now. Like, I saw the ogre was in the back. Is there, like, did the knights spawn in any particular location, or are they kind of random?
By the door.
Yeah, door.
The back doors or the side doors?
Side doors next to the bridge.
Okay. Good to
They're
know.
in place of the usual knights that come out.
Yeah, also, Dusty, by the way, so there's 2 unstable lights per bubble now instead of 1. So, like, if you have one, just call, like, unstable left or unstable right and just stand at whatever side of the boss you call, so you don't blow up the other guy that's running up to him to put the damage on it.
Sounds good.
Alright, you guys get by bubble?
Yep.
Alright, start melting it.
I got first wall.
Got him. Tried to get tractor on him. I don't think I hit him. 12, 11, 10, 9,
I got left.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4.
Wait, I also
3,
have it. I also have
2,
unstable light. There's 3.
1.
There's 3 unstable lights. That one.
Oh, that's weird.
Oh. Wait.
What's your time, Valley?
3,
I got left.
2, 1.
Got him.
Sorry, my mic was on mute.
Yeah, break me a bubble, guys. Break me a bubble.
Well,
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3,
I got
2,
left.
1.
Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Got him.
I got left.
We have 2 more bubbles left, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Oh,
Sorry.
thank you.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
We'll kill off the
Yeah, we'll
explosive.
kill with unstable.
I have
Gonna sit on
unstable.
him.
Oh, you guys are gonna blow each
Let's
other
sit
up,
on
aren't
top
you?
of
Yeah,
Dusty.
there you go. Yeah, it's pretty easy. That is
Platinum
super
time,
free.
oh boy.
Platinum
Apparently
time
for-
achieved.
Deliverance.
Ooh,
adept.
do you get an adept weapon for every encounter
Yeah,
you
I
complete?
got
Wait, that's actually
Deliverance.
big. Boss number 2 is the Caretaker, where I recommend one player run Tractor Cannon with a DPS fusion rifle, such as the Scatter Signal from Season of the Wish, one player run Galahorn with a DPS fusion rifle, and the other 4 run the Izanagi's Burden exotic sniper rifle, along with their favorite Void or Strand legendary rocket launcher due to the Void and Strand surges. All hunters will once again use Celestial Nighthawk Golden Gun, Warlocks on Needlestorm, and Titans on Pyrogale Gauntlets with Burning Maul, or Thunder Crash with Courius of the Falling Star. As far as encounter roles go, you'll have 2 players dedicated to running symbols, 2 players dedicated to stunning the boss, and 2 players dedicated to ad clear. The symbol runners will take turns entering the darkness room to scavenge a maximum of 3 symbols and exiting the room before they reach 10 stacks of darkness. Typically, you would need to remember which symbols you grab, and there is nothing wrong with doing so if you do want to memorize these symbol callouts, but there is a way around it. After scavenging 3 symbols and being let out of the room by the other runner, thanks to them shooting the nodes by the door, the totem will ask you to submit the symbols you collected by shooting all 3 of them on the totem within a short period of time. However, if you and the other runner simply work together to blast all 9 symbols on the totem at the same time, it will register that you at least hit the 3 correct ones and accept your submission. After the first runner submits their symbols, runner 2 will enter and do the exact same thing while runner 1's darkness stacks begin to fall off. Once runner 2 exits after collecting 3 symbols, both runners will shoot their collected symbols or all symbols on the totem to submit, after which runner 1 will head in again to scavenge the final 3 symbols. While this is occurring, the 2 boss stun players will position themselves such that one person is on each side of the boss. The player facing the boss will shoot at the boss's face to open the crystal on his back, at which point the player behind the boss will shoot the crystal, stunning the boss in place for a few seconds. Rinse and repeat this process until the runners collect all 9 symbols so that the boss does not arrive at the totem and wipe the raid before they finish. Once the runners collect and submit all 9 symbols, it's DPS time, where you will have 3 plates that will glow in sequential order, where standing on the glowing plate will give you the DPS buff to damage the boss. You will notice, however, that the boss does have a health gate and that it's pretty easy to hit. But if you play things right, you can actually kill him in 2 floors, skipping the 3rd entirely. To do so, use the first 2 plates to carefully damage the boss so that he is right up to his health gate by the end of the 2nd plate. Then, on the 3rd plate, activate all supers and absolutely unload on the boss to chunk him as hard as you can. If you do enough damage, it will be more than easy to finish off his HP bar on floor 2 and head straight to final stand to wrap things up.
Is everybody ready?
Yeah, you can go first.
Okay.
I wonder if I keep the door open, I think the bugs come from the wizards. I'm not super sure though.
Coming out now.
Yep.
It is Traveler, Dark, and Worship.
Okay. Heading in.
Making ogres on the ad clear
Got
sides.
Earth, Witch Queen, and kill. Coming out. What'd I say? Earth, Witch Queen, kill?
Earth, Witch Queen, and Kill.
Yeah. Go ahead. Yeah, the bugs inside the symbol room are like negligible. They might as well not even be there because you can just outrun them. Alright. We're done. Save supers for 3rd plate.
Yeah, I'll use my well on like the first one.
I mean, we have 2 wells, right?
Yeah, we have
3.
Oh. Uh-oh.
Dusty,
we don't?
there is no way. I mean, it doesn't matter. He has two plates worth of time to get up here. Oh yeah, look at his health gate. Like, we're fine. Let's go.
Totally meant to do that.
I mean, for guide purposes, it's kind of good. Demonstrates that even if you have a player that completely falls to the bottom of the map, like, you're still fine. Alright, careful of the health gate. Stop, stop, stop. Just primary. Alright. Go ahead and plop well. Possibilities. Nice, yeah. Such an easy 2-floor. Good stuff. I'm 100% just going to sprint all the way forward and just sit next to him and tractor him, aren't I? Unless you don't fall back down again.
Dude, why are you telling Dusty this? I was about to.
Should say that's a word. I'm just nuking him with tractor, shooting him way more than I need to be. Platinum time again.
Good job, guys. Wow.
Oh my god, you're actually getting adept from every single encounter.
That is crazy.
That's actually nuts. Boss number 3 is the Explicator, where I recommend one player run Tractor Cannon with a DPS fusion rifle, such as the Scatter Signal from Season of the Wish, one player run Galahorn with a DPS fusion rifle, and the other 4 run the Izanagi's Burden exotic sniper rifle, along with their favorite Void or Strand legendary rocket, due to the Void and Strand surges. All hunters will once again use Celestial Nighthawk with Golden Gun, Warlocks on Well of Radiance, and Titans on Pyrogale Gauntlets with Burning Maul, or Thunder Crash with Quirius of the Falling Star. For this encounter's roles, you'll have 2 players exclusively on ad clear, 2 players working together on the top platforms of planets, with one on the left and one on the right, and 2 players working together on the bottom platforms of planets, with once again one on the left and one on the right. The encounter starts with each planet player on their assigned platform, while the ad clearers will kill ads until they spawn 2 solar shielded Centurions in the back middle of the map. Killing these Centurions will spawn a Colossus on each of the planetary platforms that must be killed by the player who is stationed on that platform, which will reward them with the Planetary Insight buff. This buff will allow that player to see the colors of the planets on their platform, aka which ones are light and which ones are dark, and will allow you to pick up a planet by interacting with the node beneath it. Your job is to interact with the node beneath the odd man out planet. So if you see 2 dark planets and 1 light planet, you will want to interact with the node below the 1 light planet, and vice versa with the node below the 1 dark planet if you have 2 light planets and 1 dark planet. Interacting with this node will turn your Planetary Insight buff into the Planetary Affinity buff, alerting you that you are now instructing the planet that you just interacted with on where to go with your next interact. It is at this time that you and your planetary partner across the other side of the map will now run across the arena and switch sides, during which you will alert each other of which location you scavenged your planet from. Be careful though, as one of the planetary plates at random will have a fiery tornado orbiting the outline of the planetary plate. Once you arrive at each other's sides, you will interact with the node that they picked up their planet from, thus depositing your previously picked up planet into that location. You can use whatever callouts you like for this, but I have always found success in using different callouts for the top and bottom teams to avoid misunderstandings and miscommunications while multiple callouts are being shouted at once. It is for this reason that I like to label the planets numerically from closest to the center of the arena to furthest from the center of the arena, where the bottom team uses 1, 2, and 3 from closest to furthest, and where the top team uses 4, 5, and 6 from the closest to the furthest. Like I said, it doesn't matter what callouts you do. Use like, comment, and subscribe for your callouts for all I care. Just make sure you are on the same page with your teammates before starting. After swapping your planets, you should end up with 3 planets of the same color on all 4 planetary plates, at which point the text in the lower left will say the indexed planets reveal themselves, spawning a mini-boss Tormentor in the middle for the ad clears to deal with. It is at this time that you can repeat the process of killing solar shielded Centurions in the middle to spawn a Colossus on each plate, and then kill the Colossus to once again receive the Planetary Insight buff and view the colors of the planets. But this time, the colors of the planets in the middle of the arena that align with the DPS plates. It is at this time that you can interact with any node on your platform of planets to take your planet and deposit it into a DPS plate aligned with a matching color middle planet. So for example, if you take a planet from a plate of 3 dark planets, you'll deposit it into a DPS plate that is also aligned with a dark planet. Once 3 players each successfully deposit a planet into each of the DPS plates in the middle, the DPS phase will begin, where the boss will glow a particular color, light or dark, requiring you to stand on that plate to acquire the appropriate element DPS buff to be able to damage him. It is worth noting that the 3 planets in middle will always be 2 light and 1 dark, or vice versa, and that the element for DPS will always alternate. So for example, if you have 2 light DPS plates and 1 dark DPS plate, the boss's glowing shield that you must match with will begin as light, then transform into dark, and then transform into light for the final plate of that DPS phase. Once you get him to final stand, all DPS plates will glow a deep red, at which point you can stand on them in any order as you finish him off. Do you know how to do damage in this encounter, Sword? Or were you just slow?
I just was so slow.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Alright, Pia, you have got 5 again.
Mine hasn't
You've
even
got
spawned.
3.
Yeah, where is mine,
You have to
bro?
kill
Oh, you have to kill the other Centurion.
Oh, right. Thank you. I have what, Mac?
5 again. Top.
1
5
darling?
again? Okay.
You are 3, Dusty.
Alright.
You have 1. Dude, the fire tornado just smoked, man.
Okay.
I don't know.
I don't have a revive for him.
Thank you.
Are you guys done on bottom swaps already?
Bottoms is done.
Yeah, we're
Okay,
good.
I'm just gonna hit the
Okay.
thing then.
Yeah, yeah.
Alright, let's get these Centurions nuked again. Centurion spawning.
You have 4, still closest to boss.
Yep, you got 5 still.
Okay.
Yeah, I think the whole point of the see his orbit. I think the whole point of the fire tornadoes is to just
Be
like make it
annoying.
difficult for you to run off your plate. So I guess just
Yeah,
like,
you've got to be a lot quicker.
let me know when you're done. By the way, have you deposited?
I'm done. I'm done.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Hit the thing. The diamond, the bean. I don't know. Okay, we can just stay on these sides. We're indexed.
Not this dude again.
It is dark middle. I will get
I've
ice
got-
light if we need, or...
Mac, you wanna get
I
that
have
or-
dark.
I'll
I
get
have the
light
dark.
right. I'll get light right.
Yep, I have the dark.
Alright.
Oh, Tormentor, get away from me, bro.
I got light right.
We should definitely
Our
finish it.
dark middle is in. Yeah, the
It's
torment,
finishable.
the tormentor's not really a problem.
Yeah, he's literally did.
Language sorbet.
Frickin'. Barton.
Do we want to do left, mid, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
It seems like he sends a tornado out to every plate, by the way, when he shifts.
Make sure you're using your class ability a lot, by the way, as well.
Okay.
Easy two plays, easy two plays.
Thank you, Mactics.
Another well.
I got it.
Right, middle, left for final.
Okay.
He might do something funky for final.
I have no ammo.
Just gonna stand over here so I can tractor him.
Oh, I got arrow coded. Hell yeah, man. Fucking love this game, dude.
Frickin'.
Frickin'.
Love this game.
Rest in
Yeah,
peace,
he
Orbix
doesn't-
loot.
I love that for me, man. Hey.
For the final boss of this wing, you have Atraks, where all 6 players will want to begin the fight with the Parasite exotic grenade launcher and have a Lament exotic sword in their inventory to swap to for final stand. For subclasses, Hunters want Blade Barrage with the Knock 'em Down aspect and Star Eater Scales exotic boots, Warlocks will want Vortex Nova Bomb, and Titans will want Thunder Crash with Quirius of the Falling Star. Normally, this fight is quite complicated, but with these loadouts you can easily kill the boss in one floor, alleviating the complication of having to take the elevators and pass buffs back and forth between Europa and space. The fight will begin with 3 players assigned to space and 3 players assigned to Europa, where the 3 space players will get a few kills to generate about 10 stacks of Worm's Hunger on their parasite grenade launchers before heading to the back of the arena to take the elevators up to space. Meanwhile, the 3 Europa players will await the spawns of Servitors and the Operator Vandal, at which point they will immediately kill the Operator Vandal so that a player may scavenge his buff, thus being able to shoot the keypads to call 2 of the elevators back down to Europa from space. Meanwhile, up top in space, the 3 players will be clearing all ads and searching for the Scanner Vandal to immediately kill so that a designated player can scavenge the scanner buff in preparation for the DPS phase. Once the Europa players have 20 Worm's Hunger stacks and enough elevators to send the rest of the team up to space, they will head up, making sure to intentionally leave at least 1 servitor alive down in Europa, as killing all 3 will spawn a mini-boss Tormentor up top. Once all 6 players are in space, you will await for the bottom left text to say Extinction Protocol activated, at which point the scanner will identify which Atraks, close, far, left, or right, is glowing yellow and must be killed. Once there, you will have all players use their class abilities for Class Warfare ×3, a Solar Hunter with Ember of Torches throw their melee to give Radiant to the whole team, and then count down to all together shoot Parasite at the feet of the clone, immediately followed by supers from every single person. If you timed everything right, you'll be into Final Stand just like that. You will, however, have to have any of the non-operator wielding players scavenge the purple replication orb on the ground to hold on to while you wait for Final Stand to begin, making sure that the operator holder shoots it off of them to be re-scavenged by another player to reset the timer on it before Final Stand to avoid a wipe. It is during this time that all players will swap to Lament, after which you'll follow the scanner player to the glowing yellow Atraks clone and hopefully finish them off with a hold block light heavy Lament combo. If it doesn't finish off Atraks, simply follow the scanner player to the next yellow clone until you do. It is also worth noting that with this strategy, if you do leave Atraks with just a sliver of health before Final Stand after DPSing the first clone in space, you can optionally send the scanner player, along with 3 other friends, back to the elevators very quickly to run downstairs to try and make up the rest of the damage on a clone down there. The timing is tight, but it is possible. If you do end up doing this, make sure that one of the players scavenges the replication orb from the defeated clone in Europa before taking the elevator back up to space. All while this is happening, the operator player and the individual that took the replication orb from the first clone killed in space can eject the clone using the airlocks, by having the operator player shoot the keypad next to an airlock to open it, having the player holding the replication orb enter the airlock, where the operator player can then shoot it off of them and have them exit, ejecting the Atraks replication into space. It's okay, it's not a big deal. I was just wondering. I was just wondering. It's not a problem. It's a yes or no question.
The answer is hell nah.
Yeah, potty mouth, you know that?
No, that is not potty. You want potty? Go in the bin.
Here, call operator if you see.
Go to the bin is crazy.
Literally Dusty's there, bro.
Okay, let's leave middle servitor alive. Operators in
Bonus time
mid.
go down each wave. I have not been paying attention.
What's up?
The bonus time? What was that?
I think that's if you kill the boss in that time, you get like a higher score or something like that.
So that resets every time. We don't have like 7 minutes until something bad happens.
It resets every what?
Gotcha.
I think it's just like the entire purpose is like just being counterfast. As far as I can tell. I got operator.
That's how you like get the platinum rewards or whatever.
Yeah,
You said leave the
probably.
middle servitor up, right?
Yeah, it's still up. I'm trying to hit these keypads, but
I'm trying to think of a situation where it would take more than 7 minutes to do this whole encounter.
3-phase.
If you like 3-phase it.
Jesus.
I mean, on
Alright,
20
elevators
under,
are here,
Not
Zo'Aurc.
unrealistic.
Okay. Yeah, we'll go for the 1, and then we can immediately rush downstairs if...
You are leaving a servitor up on bottom, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I'm just like just so I can fry the top ones.
Okay. We're hanging.
Weekly clan engram, no way.
Let's jump over on Zo'Aurc, so we're all together for the class buff. Class ability buff.
Is it
Alrighty.
guaranteed bottom? Like close bottom?
No, but we've just been lucky.
Yeah.
Well, I guess lucky, but
I'll stay up top if we don't 1-phase with whoever picks up the ball. Then we can eject it. Let's say like Zo'Aurc, you can always pick up the ball.
Yeah.
it is close.
Again? No way.
I think it's guaranteed.
Class
dude.
abilities. 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, we got it that
Nice,
time.
we got it.
Zo'Aurc, pick up the ball.
Oh, I'm coming.
Oh, well, hopefully that void soul does not tickle him.
I'm just gonna shoot it off. Yeah, let's go switch to laments. I'm putting my lament on.
Like, what are the chances of getting that?
All right, balls off.
what
If someone,
was it,
okay,
5
Jamie,
times
you
in a
got
row?
it. All right, here we
Very
go.
low.
Follow down.
It is close again.
Are you kidding me? It might be bugged.
Right here.
3, 2, 1, go. Yep, that's
Later, bud.
just like that. Wing 1 Pantheon cleared. We just got 1.1 million points. If you do all of that correctly, then congratulations, you just cleared the first wing of Pantheon. Make sure to subscribe if you want to see my guides for the new Pantheon bosses arriving in the coming weeks. Join that Discord server linked in the description to find teammates to run this with that have also seen this guide, and stop by my live stream at twitch.tv/Mactics if you want to run Pantheon with me. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, have a great day.